This is The Shooting Show. This week we're out on roebuck clearance in Yorkshire with sporting rifle contributor Nick Laters. Start of day sees me and colleague Nick Laters in separate high seats waiting for Yorkshire roebuck.
Okay, we've got here nice and early, in position by 4:15 in the morning. Everything's looking good. We're at the side of a big rape field. It's quite high for the time of year. We've seen a buck here. All being well, if he shows his face, then we do to do. Everything should be okay.
Well, Nick, other than seeing no deer, what did you see?
I saw a 2-second glimpse of a fox disappearing down a tram line, one hare and a pigeon.
That's it.
And that is it for 4 hours.
I've seen a number of does, but I didn't see a buck at all. Hey, that's the way it goes. But being in a high seat, it's not. If you don't see deer, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I remember one occasion I saw a stoat actually hunt a grey squirrel round and round and round an ashtray, and in the end the squirrel bailed out and dived off the ashtray. The stoat thought better of it, but you know, it was.
You see all sorts. Oh, 5 swans as well. 5 swans flew over. You see so much wildlife when you get up at that time in the morning. Before people are getting out of bed to go to work for their 9 to 5s, we're just going home at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we've seen things that they will never see.
With the high seats being unsuccessful, it's time to have a stalk around the farm. I've seen this buck coming in from 2 different directions, one from a rape field and one actually along the dike, so hopefully Nick was going to intercept in that way. But the wind was completely wrong for me. It was a southeast wind, which is, this farm, it's terrible to stalk in a southeast wind. So I had to go right round the boundary and basically do it the opposite way to how I would normally do it. And I actually got caught out coming down the dike side, and the buck came into sight. I was stuck out in the middle of nowhere, so I pretty much had to take the shot from where I was. He was angling towards me, so I let him come on and on and on, but it was going to be any second he was going to see me, so I got the backstop. He stopped and bam, we got him. Did you like that? He goes down like he was neck shot, but out of view of the camera he kicks forward some distance. You see the summer coat's nearly melted through, all the winter coat's coming away. They look a little bit tatty at this time of year, but that beautiful orange summer coat's coming through now. Clearly you can see it was lung shot. See the pink frothy blood there? Classic signs of a lung shot. It ran just behind the grass there for 20 metres or so, tipple-tailed forward. I hope we caught that on camera, but I'm not so sure because the grass was quite high. Yeah, so definitely lung shot. You can see clearly on the antler where the willow bark is, where it's been damaging the young willows that have been planted. I've seen this buck for quite some time, caught him a few times on the camera, saw him in velvet. He clearly had to go, so job well done.
We carry the carcass back to the vehicle to get it into the chiller as quickly as possible. On the way, we find a run through the ditch where the buck has been coming through from next door. So that's another very satisfactory roebuck in the bag.
Deer stalking is sometimes management, but it's always sport. And now, the shooting show news.
This is the Shooting Show News. Shooters in Northern Ireland are facing a hefty increase in fees. If new suggestions are adopted, the price of a firearm certificate in Northern Ireland would rise from £50 to £120, while the cost of a firearms dealer's licence would more than quadruple. The proposals are currently being reviewed by Stormont. Basque said it would lobby members of the Justice Committee to come out against them. Camouflage company Mossy Oak is bringing its patterns back to the UK. The USA's #1 hunting camo brand will use Rivers West as a main licensee. It will also be introducing its latest pattern, Break Up Infinity, which it has described as a universal pattern suitable for all types of terrain. Mossy Oak's Dustin Whitaker said the move was in response to growing demand from UK hunters. Charlotte Kerwood has been formally selected as a final member of Team GB Shooting. This comes despite an appeal by European Championship gold medalist Abby Burton. She claims selection procedures had not been followed when selecting Kerwood and won her appeal for a review, but team selectors stuck by their decision. Staying with Olympic selections, and Matthew Thompson has appealed on the grounds that his world ranking is higher than that of rival James Huckle, who was picked to represent us this summer. It has been decided that neither of the two athletes would be a medal contender this year, and picked Huckle on the basis of his potential for the 2016 Olympics. And finally, this year's National Shooting Week 2012 received ministerial support, with hundreds of grounds taking part. Sports and Olympics Minister Hugh Robertson described the week as a great opportunity to try a new Olympic sport and learn about the self-discipline needed to succeed. That's the Shooting Show News. All you need to know about what goes bang and what falls over.
And now Tim Pilbeam shares his rifle shooting wisdom with his 2-second tips.
Shooting from high seats, sometimes it's very hard to get a very stable shooting position. Push back with your legs, so your back's against the back of the high seat. Use your arm to the right hand side and use your front hand as support. Push back again with your legs, and now I'm in a very, very stable position.
Well, that's it. This is The Shooting Show. We're out every Monday, 7:30 PM UK time.